Hey guys, we're Corey and Shauna, and we are really excited to bring you a process to self-healing that we created really about 15 years ago when we first started dating. We grew up together, we're high school sweethearts, but we are exact opposites. So we have spent most of our relationship and most of our life battling on everything. So that's really where this stemmed from, was we needed to be able to hold space for each other to have a feeling, have an emotion, and be able to sit and listen in a way that feels safe, it feels comfortable, and it feels easier to digest.
A big catalyst for this is we had to talk about divorce. Last March, when COVID kind of swept across the nation, we were in the midst of a van build, and we realized we didn't know how to talk to each other. We weren't asking good questions. We weren't listening. We didn't know how to apply anything to make good changes in the first place. And we had to ask ourselves a lot of hard questions. And throughout that process, we developed a way to kind of begin conscious conversations with ourselves to help facilitate a lot of healing. And it started between me and Shauna, and then it kind of spilled over to a lot of self-healing. And we would really love to share all the steps with you.
This process will be super simple to apply, but the content of it is going to be related to your own life. So we want to use our own personal examples as a tool to help you see how we apply this to our life, when we apply it to our life, and why we apply it to our life. So that way you can take this into your own life, into your own communities, into your own family dynamics, and use it and apply it and hopefully allow yourself the space to heal too. So the biggest piece of this is just being okay with starting where you are. We really want to encourage you to take these tools and apply them to your own life. But remember that everybody else has their own life too. Different stories, different programming, different beliefs, different experiences. So try really hard to not have any self-judgment, because whatever comes up for you is perfect for you.
Step 1. What was that? And it's a great one. It's a heavy hitter, and you know it through and through. So why don't you explain it?
So step 1 is, what was that? The concept of what was that really comes from when you're in the middle of an emotional reaction, emotional turmoil, an argument with your husband, a fight with your boss. This is when you're having that reaction. What I want you to do is to start noticing what you notice. Asking yourself, what was that? Why did I react that way? Why did I have that come up? Why did that feel the way that it felt?
That's great. And I think it leads us perfectly into step 2, which is really naming what that was. Right? And this is really important. These first 2 steps are crucial. Being able to take notice to what was that, and then to put a name to it. And it doesn't have to be the exact name. Just go with one to start. Just really try. That was X. That was anger. That was frustration. That was embarrassment. You can go anywhere with that was. And step 2 is super important because it strengthens an inner dialogue. It strengthens the belief in yourself. It strengthens the trust in yourself to be able to take care of yourself when your emotions get the best of you. Because we're all human. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to get frustrated. We can experience these emotions, and they're healthy to experience. But let's learn from them. They're lessons, not punishments. And what we take from that, we can actually spill over into normal conversations with others. And step 3, the one that I think is the fun one, is, where did that come from?
This one is one of my favorites because I think that this teaches you that there is more inner work to do. And from my experience, more inner work to do and more awareness is a good thing, because we all have to look at this. There are things and outside influences that have been very, very real for us over the years. And when we can start to unpack some of this, we can start to see these biases, we can start to see these influences. And for us, this really came about when we bought our van. The van forced us to go small. It forced us to take into question every item that we had. It forced us to look at the clothes that we wore, and it made us question, was this mine? Did I even choose this? And that's what this question in step 3 really does, is where did that come from? It allows us to see the outside influences that really have shaped us, because they're there, and we don't have to deny that they're there. They are, and that's okay. It's just, we just have to see in what ways we choose to interact with those influences.
And this is why this step, where did it come from, is it mine, is my favorite. I need that. I need to be rocked for something to change. And I know that's not always the best. And that's also why we're working on this. Taking ownership of, is this mine, is like that. I'd started to call it like a dagger. Like it was being willing to fall on your own sword, because you're choosing to name it and to claim it and to own it. And the moment I did it and I like played with this motion here, I realized it was less of a dagger and more of a key, but it hurt the same. But the end results were absolutely beautiful. So is it mine, and where did it come from? These aren't fun all the time, because you own it and you take ownership of it. And from there, it kind of opens up some doors into step 4 and into a little bit of relief. And that's why step 4 can come a little bit easier, and you can apply and course correct. Step 3 is meant to be hard. It shows ownership. It shows that you've taken an inventory of your things. You've categorized, and you've kind of listed and numbered, and you've thought about things. Even if it's just on one emotion that you had, or one thing that's happened. It's kind of made you along the way take an inventory of the things you choose to carry. And when you pair all 4 steps together, you can really drive some serious change quickly.
The best part about this is that it's going to start for you with the big moments. I want you to notice what you notice when you're having these major emotional moments, of course. But I think the best part is that it comes later. It comes in the really small, minuscule moments. The moments where you don't realize those small moments are actually adding up over time. So yeah, for us, we were having huge battles, huge arguments that were really exploding to much bigger than they ever needed to be, because it was in the small moments every single day that we were truly being affected. So when we started using this in our everyday language, in our apologies, in communication with ourselves, with each other, and with new people, it changed everything for us. We started having conscious conversations for fun, for curiosity, for learning, instead of feeling silly because we didn't know the answer. We just wanted to learn. We wanted to learn about people. We wanted to learn about their experience and what happened to them. And through that, we were unknowingly facilitating really, really powerful conversations with people that we had never met before. So that's what we're hoping to do with you guys. Continue to share our own experiences so that you know what this looks like in our life. Of course, you'll learn a lot about us, and we'll start sharing more about our story as we go on. But just know, this work doesn't have to feel as hard as you might think it is. Let this be fun. Let this process be easy. See what comes up. Trust yourself with what comes up, and then apply this. We are going to be here every single step of the way, and we will teach you until you've got it. So don't worry about that. we've got you.